What's good, y'all boys? It's July, and NBA 2K25 cycle is basically run its course. With 2K26 expected to release late August and early September, now we have NBA 2K26 news coming out and more to be expected. Make sure y'all boys like, subscribe, and comment for more news and updates. Now, let's get right to it. Now, as y'all boys see, with the gameplay news they've released, they're attempting to make smarter moves and actually do things that are for an overall better quality of life and sensical changes. They're bringing back the visual green window on jump shots, layups, and dunks. And they also appear to be improving the defense, but we'll have to see and play to confirm how true that is. Now, with the visual green windows making a return, this is an overall improvement. On 2K25, this feature is absent, and because of this, dunks and layups seem to be useless stats to put at a high rating. Not being able to adjust when or where to release and know which ratings are most effective when it comes to finishing. And this especially applies to the dunk meter. The dunk meter in 25 is horrible. Often you get timings like slightly early, slightly late, or even worse, kicked out of the dunk meter. I hope they improve the meter for 26. My playstyle heavily involves finishing with dunks, and there's no frustration like being pulled out of your meter by much smaller defenders or getting a late timing on a good take with the meter. Next, they talk about the builder and some build capabilities. And this is music to my ears. They say taller builds are going to be viable again. This means no stutter step dribble after attempting to go same side ball hand with your dribble. They also say they're encouraging build diversity, so this could mean similar or even the same animation for tall and small builds. This is just an assumption, don't take my word for it. Uncle Demi, a reputable source and figure in the 2K community, and Space expands on this and gives his takes on this as well in his video. If it's true, this is good news. If you played 25, you know that small 6'4" guard builds run the game, animations and attribute distribution-wise, and because of this, taller builds were only usable by those who are in a different skill gap and left casuals with no way to enjoy dribbling on bigger builds. And because of this system in 25, it dried out the game for some and made the usual cycle end faster, compiled on top of RNG, bad game mechanics, and an overall unenjoyable experience. Now, with the changes they've made to 26, something else me and others have a gripe about is animations being locked behind seasons and rep. Maybe one day they'll abandon seasons and animations and other gameplay rewards being locked behind them. Wishful thinking, but I just want a hoop. Now we all know and understand, 2K plays the numbers game. If it don't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Meaning if the game has good gameplay, good build system, and just a good to great game overall, that doesn't matter to them. They're always going to want to make more money. That's why we have seasons and other purchasable rewards. I'm not calling for a rally or anything in that nature. I just want good hoops. Hasn't enough money been made for us to finally get a great 2K again? I know we're not getting 2K16 and 17 back, but that doesn't mean 2K hasn't made some good decisions in the past, and this year's 2K like cap breakers, rep rewards, and other gameplay mechanics, but these are only part of bad games, still causing the bad to outweigh the good. Next, they go on to talk about the park and the city. They didn't go too much into detail, but we can also assume that the city and parks will be different. They also go on and mention something I last remember from 2K16, where it showed the leaderboards for rep and wins. I don't mind this update, but come on now. All we do is hoop over here, so we couldn't care less who up there unless it's one of us. But still cool, I guess. And as far as the city and park goes, this change I hope is for the better. Capturing the spark the park had in 2K15 to 2K21 is gone. Now it's time to reinvent and not double down. But once again, it's a money game, and what they decide is what we get. And if they decide a city full of 2K advertisements and an uninteresting park is what we get, well, my boy, you know the drill. One thing I will mention is because 2K is only 42 days away, the developers and other figureheads of the game are active on social media sites like Twitter. So if you have any suggestions or anything you feel they should hear, now is the chance. Although the game is finished at this point, early patches and late changes would improve the game. I understand, we haven't played the game yet, or seen anything substantial. but letting them know what we don't want returning from previous games would be helpful. And one example I got is season animations. I get it. They think it keeps the games fresh, but the past couple of years of 2K has been so underwhelming that most times we put the game down so early we don't get to use the season player animations. Now, with the game a month and a half away, you know they gotta drop game prices before gameplay. And as you see, the different versions have different bonuses and day one benefits. Now, what you may or may not know is that the Standard and WNBA Edition releases on the 5th of September, and the Superstar and Leave No Doubt Edition releases on the 29th of August. And with that in mind, I'll be getting the Superstar Edition. Now, if y'all boys got bread like that, you can get the Leave No Doubt Edition. I have more news and updates coming, y'all boys, trust. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all boys later.